Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, back with some fun video. Guerilla build is temporarily back thanks to the changes to plasma weapons. I'm saying temporary because in the past it was a thing, then it was taken away, and now it's even better than it was thanks to the damage drop of changes. But now to the point. First, what weapon we are talking about is a plasma gun of any sort, but not the Enclave one. The Enclave one do not have proper mods to pull it off. It can be modded to be a rifle, I can show you. I mean automatic rifle, but it's better as a Guerilla pistol as AP cost is way lower. I am using the Slugbuster. If you don't know where this weapon comes from, that from Raider's quest line. If you work with the creator and raid the vault with them, you will get this named weapon. But you can use other plasma weapons found randomly in the world, although the Slugbuster has a hidden reduction to AP cost, so if you don't have Slugbuster, you will need minus 25% AP cost reduction, not the weightless effect, to make it usable. It's still 18 action points, so it's not free, but with Blooded build, you should be able to easily use it. Now, about the secret, that's the Pulse Capacitor. The Pulse Capacitor, when you equip it on this weapon, normally it is the worst capacitor, but when you equip it and pair it with the Align Flamer Barrel, then it changes it into Guerilla weapon, which is real cool and makes like for the only usable Guerilla gun that can kick enemies in the wasteland. And bruising grip, that's how you make it a pistol. If I would put a stock, that's a rifle. So rifle, pistol, rifle, pistol. Simple as that. So you wanted a pistol, grip. I switch it to rifle, AP cost goes up quite significantly. Reflex sight, of course, to reduce AP cost as much as possible. The range is still showing 48, so yeah, it is low, therefore the changes that they made to damage drop-off are very helpful. Now, how it's fire, that's how it fire with this flamer and pulse capacitor. It basically launches those really cool projectiles. Small projectiles, traveling quite fast. Now, the build, it's not really like... The point with Guerilla build, that's Commando Rambo style, but Guerilla weapons. So, no sneaking, a lot of perks to be tanky and to do more damage. Like, Guerilla is really not a thing normally outside of this weapon. The stealth approach to Guerilla build is possible, but cannot match Commando. So that's the only thing that can kind of outdo Commando. So I will not really comment on all this stuff, as this build will be irrelevant if Bethesda decide to fix again the Slugbuster and plasma guns. I hope they will not, because outside of this functionality, no one is using this gun. Like, Slugbuster is worthless without that. So now, how well does it work? Okay, let me show you some examples. Let's visit some fissure sites. So there'll be Scourge Beast, some tanky enemies. Okay, Scourge Beast, there is a Scourge Beast, and it is a very fast firing weapon, which is good for, you see, the accuracy is really low, but if I press a crit bar once and then launch, the multiple projectiles will hit and recharge my VATS critical. So that's a trick for low accuracy on VATS build with high critical chance. So that's how we do it. So as long as you have any chance to hit, there is enough damage to kill them if you open with a critical, even when they're far away. That's what it does to Scourge Beast. Look at that, and that was way outside of normal range of this weapon. So normally it was doing almost nothing, but thanks to the damage drop of changes, it's now actually doing something, which is really good. And you don't need to sneak for that. Oh, come on, stop dropping my... Oh, I have no AP. Yeah, that's the problem. Let me recharge AP. I'm like, why I cannot use VATS? I cannot use VATS if there is no AP. It is AP hungry, as you can see, it's melting the AP bar, but it's a melting health bar of the legendary Scourge Beast too. So it's fair. It's fair melting, you can say. Oh, and those robots Those robots were firing at squadrons, but leave me alone. Thank you, friendly Gutsis. Oh, you are not so friendly. Head. So that's automatic Guerilla weapon made out of a flamer. I really like this weapon. I hope they will never fix it. How it comes back to play, they decided to fix the AP cost that was not affected for the flamer barrels by any mods. So they decided to fix it. But they forgot that that it was not affected by any mods because that's how they fix Pulse Capacitor, so they undid their own fix to fix what was broken by the fix. That's normal in case of Bethesda fixing. That's what's happening when you have a spaghetti code and you want to put a patch on the patch on top of a patch, and then you are thinking, why there are 3 patches on top of the patches? Let's take them away, they're not needed, they take them away, and it's everything working back as supposed to. So the feature is back. It's back. This feature is back. And I'm not really complaining about this. Sometimes the spaghetti code brings something good to us. So I'm really happy about it. Let's find some more tanky enemies because this weapon kicks. Super Mutant Behemoth. It's a good target. And we can get closer to it. Teddy bear swimming on loading screen. Okay, turn around. And Super Mutant Behemoth will be sleeping in the pond. In case of Super Mutant Behemoth, I can get close enough to be in this 48 range to do the full damage. Therefore, you will see how strong this weapon is when you are in actual range of the weapon and not firing 10 times farther away than you're supposed to with a flamer type stuff. So that's about probably how close I need to be. Glowing Behemoth walk up. Criticals! There we go. You are a plasma goo now. Okay, what's more tanky than a Super Mutant Behemoth? Myluk Queen, the most tanky out of regular enemies. We can find one in Quarry. Let's go there. And again, in case of this weapon, it's still not as powerful as Railway that is being nerfed. So I think in this case scenario, it's just showing that some features or bugs just shouldn't be fixed. That should be left alone. It makes this weapon fun, usable, it do not break anything. And where is the... Oh, there you are. Like, where is the queen? The real queen. The mild queen, and I have no poison resist. Can I even fight it safely? Let's try from ashore. She's walking backwards. You can see how little the range of this weapon has, because you really need to be so close. When you see the better hit chances, then you are in range. And now, do I have enough AP? Almost! And that's without bots. You can't do... Yeah, poison. As I said, I'm not ready for the poison. I really cannot wait for the legendary crafting so I can just add poison resist to my armor pieces without the need to equip a poison resist on legendary perks. Through the shell, it's really tough. Like, if you don't know, Myluk's, including Myluk Queen, has a really tough shell, so it takes a lot of shooting. If you aim for the face or the legs, it's going way faster. So we're able to kill her. The Myluk Queen. The damage is solid. It's not broken solid. Like, it's not to the point that it could compete with a Railway for the fastest boss killer. But it is, with this configuration, one of the best weapons, and that's a Guerilla weapon. That's the only Guerilla weapon that can really do something. So Bethesda, please don't fix it anymore. It is how it's supposed to be. The code is like that for a reason. It is a feature. So don't touch it. It's perfect as is. That's outside of the nerd rage, so damage a little bit dropped as I died. It's 90-90 when I'm inside the nerd rage zone. So almost 200 damage per shot, plus criticals on top with extra crit damage, armor piercing on it. The range and AP cost, it's the only downside. The other stuff is good. Fire rate, damage is good. It's using plasma cartridges, so that's fine too, as you can use batteries included to reduce the weight. Yeah, amazing weapon. I hope you will have a chance to use it. In case it will get fixed again. Let's hope not. And that being said, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.